welcome to Not Your Mom's Kitchen. My name is Kelly, and today we are going to be doing some real baking with real cannabis. That's right, wacky tobacco. And on this legendary episode, we are going to be making a berry crumb cake. Similar to the sweet breakfast treat coffee cake that you know and love, it's going to have that crumbly cinnamon streusel topping, thick, buttery cake, and bites of berry in every single slice. And of course, my favorite ingredient, weed. You know what time it is. Let's go ahead and get our ingredients together. So for our lovely, crumbly cinnamon streusel topping, we're gonna need these ingredients here. So we need 1 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. We need 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Then we're gonna go for 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, just to give it that little, something special, a little bite, a little something different. And then a full stick of melted butter, AKA a 1/2 cup, unsalted as per usual. Now for our cake, we need all these lovely ingredients back here. So we are going to go for a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Then we have 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Here we have 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Back here we have the fun part, the butter, kids. This is where our infusion comes in. So you need 6 tablespoons of butter total. For me, I'm doing 1 tablespoon of canna butter, some super strong ass canna butter that I made with Blue Dream, and 5 tablespoons of regular unsalted butter. That ratio is going to be entirely up to you, your taste, your tolerance. I can't tell you how to live your life. You know what I'm saying? You know yourself better than I do, or at least I would hope. Now, we also need a beautiful teaspoon of vanilla, 2/3 cup of full-fat Greek yogurt, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 lovely room temperature eggs, 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest, and 1 1/2 cups of berries of your choosing. I'm going for blueberries that I got at the market and froze, especially for you guys to make sure that they will be ready to go. You can use fresh if you'd like. You can use a berry mixture. You can use peaches, whatever your little heart desires. Do it up. This is your world. All right, kittens, now for the fun part. Let's get to baking. First things first, as always, we want to go ahead and get our oven preheating to 350 degrees. Wow, she's preheating. Then we are going to mix our cinnamon streusel topping. So we want to put in all of our sugar, the cinnamon, ye old nutmeg, and we're gonna go ahead and boop, throw that flour in. And then we want to go ahead and mix all of the dry ingredients to make sure there's no clumping once we mix the butter in. Mix her up nice and even. Mix her up round and round. You weren't expecting a song, were you? Full surprises. Okay, now we'll put our melted butter in. Yum, yum, yum. Who doesn't love melted butter? I know I do. Mix it up. It will be kind of crumbly and it's not going to be a thick, like a smooth cake batter. It's going to be kind of crumbly, kind of lumpy, hard to mix, but that's what you want. You want to have like those chunks, because think about when you get a nice thick slice of coffee cake and it has those big pieces of sugar on top. That's what we want. That's what we're going for. And it's going to be a little floury. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's probably good. I'm gonna give it a couple more mixes just because I care about you guys and I want everything to be perfect. But she looks pretty damn perfect. So there you have it. That's your cinnamon streusel topping. We're gonna set that aside, and now we're gonna get into this cake. Let me put her over here. So I have plenty of room to show you guys what's about to go down. First things first, we're gonna cream our sugar and butter. So these are gonna go in here. Let me grab myself a little fork. Gotta stay prepared. Put this in here. And if you have a mixer, grab it, because this is gonna be a little bit difficult to mix, and with a cake, texture is so important. So we want it light, we want it fluffy, we want to get the butter and sugar nice and fluffy. What that's gonna do is make it so that the sugar isn't so crystallized. It's gonna be smooth, fluffy. Oh my gosh, she's ready. That means we're close. We're close, kids. All right, let's see. Woo! Mix it up until it's fluffy. Mix it up until it's fluffy. That looks pretty good, but we're gonna get in there with a fork too, just in case, because I'm actually more of a fork girl myself, but I thought I would be fancy for you guys today and use a mixer. So I'm just gonna go back in here with a fork and make sure she's really, really together. You know, the primitive tools are sometimes the best ones. Okay, so now she's together. One at a time, let's add these eggs. Still haven't got that one hand cracked yet. We're gonna get there one day. I promise you guys. I'm making that commitment to you because I know you are waiting with bated breath for me to figure that out. Okay, get her nice and mixed together. You remember that word homogeneous? We're coming back to that. We want it to be nice and homogeneous, fully mixed together. You know what? Let's get in there with the mixer too. Let's just double dip today. Oh yeah, so it's nice and smooth, fully homogeneous, fully combined. Beautiful, that's what you want. Now it's time for the vanilla to shine. Throw her in there. Hey vanilla, nice to see you. Yay, vanilla. Mix her in. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Couldn't ask for anything better. It's looking good. We're gonna scrape down the sides of the bowl, make sure everything is evenly mixed in. Oh yes, lovely. Now, we wanna mix our dry ingredients, the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt to again make sure there's no clumping. Nobody wants a bite of baking soda or salt. It's not what we're going for. Not what we're going for at all. Mix her up. Wow. So she looks good, nice and mixed together. Don't have to worry about clumps. And now we will put this in here. Hey flour, hey. She's coming to the party now too. Gently mix it together. Our flour's gonna go everywhere. We don't want that. Give her a little mix. It's gonna come together slowly. And then for the very last step, we're gonna mix in the yogurt and the lemon zest. Wow, look at that. It's starting to look like a cake. What do you think? It's like I know what I'm doing or something. We'll put this beautiful yogurt in here or sour cream. Again, it's whatever your heart desires, whatever you have on hand. That looks good. Give it a little mix. Really starting to look good. So now, doesn't have to be exact. We want about a half a teaspoon of lemon zest. I'm just gonna eyeball it and zest it right in there. But if you wanna be precise, you know, zest it beforehand and measure it out. I'm not super picky about it being right because I love lemon. So if I have a little extra, great. You can also use orange zest if you have an orange on hand. That will taste really good with blueberries. And will also taste really good with the Blue Dream, kind of balance that out. Yeah, that's a lot of lemon. But we like it. I love lemon. So let's just, you know, a little more zest for good luck. Can never go wrong with a little zest in your life. Oh yeah. Smells great. Smells really, really good. Let's give her a quick little zippity zoo. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And we don't want to overmix here because if you overmix, we're gonna get kind of a tough cake. We don't want a tough cake. We want soft, pliable, enjoyable, sweet. I've heard it's really bad etiquette to like slam your mixers on the bowl, but I don't give a shit. Gets it off, you know. You could also lick it if you'd like, but I'll be couth today and not do that. Now back to my favorite word, fold. We're gonna fold these berries in. Because I'm using frozen, I am going to dust these with a little bit of flour to make sure they don't give off too much water. Give her a little dust. Give her a little shake. Ooh! Oh yeah! See, they look a little dusty. There we go. Because they are going to give off a little bit extra water. If you're using fresh berries, you don't have to do this. It's fine. Dump them in there. Looking good. Looking great. Now, we will go back to our batter here and just fold those in gently. Fold, fold, fold. I guess I'm in a singing mood today, guys. You got lucky. You're getting a live show. Doesn't that just look good? Bursting berries, if you will. Bursting berries in every bite. That's what we're going for. So get it nice and mixed. Make sure it looks, you know, kind of even. Doesn't have to be perfect here. We're not Picasso or anything. Now lastly, we are gonna put this in our cake pan. You can line it with parchment if you'd like to, so you can pull it out. I plan on just eating this straight from the pan, so I'm not mad at just throwing it straight into the pan. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Spread it out. It's gonna be a thick batter. I told you it's gonna be dense, thick. You know, it's a substantial cake. It's supposed to be for breakfast, you know? So it's gonna be filling. It's gonna be hearty. That looks good. Make sure it's spread to every corner. Yes, and you see the berries look evenly distributed and delicious. It's exactly what we want. Let me get off the last of this little batter here. Don't want anything to go to waste, especially because our sweet, sweet wheat butter's in there. Now this part, with our crumble here, we're gonna put it on by hand. That truly is the best way to make sure it's nice and even. And kind of break up the bigger pieces unless you want those big chunks, which, hey man, I don't judge you. I like it chunky too, you know what I'm saying? Spread it out. Ooh, yeah. Yum! It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good. Then once you have it evenly spread over the top, you got all your crumble in there. Doesn't that just look beautiful? Oh yes. That looks good to me. I think she's ready to go in the oven. We heard our oven, she's ready to go. So we'll pop her in here for about 40 to 50 minutes. You want to be able to stick in a butter knife or a toothpick and it'll come out clean. A couple moist crumbs are okay. But yeah, she's going to be chilling in there for 40 to 50 minutes. So you know what to do, kids. Roll yourself up something nice, take a break, come back, and you'll have cake ready for you. Let's do it. Yay! Our cake is ready! Let's take it out of the oven. Oh my goodness. Wow. It just looks perfect, guys. Whew. Don't drop it, Kayla, don't drop it. Oh! It's a precarious situation, you gotta be careful. Wow. Let's take a closer look. The edges are nice and round. The center is firm and set. Just looks about perfect. Now you're gonna want to wait about 10 minutes. I know it's hard, but you want it to cool, come together a little bit, and you want it to be moist. If you cut it too soon, it's gonna let the steam out. So you wanna give it about 10 minutes to cool. I know it's hard to wait, but it's gonna be worth it. The steam is in there doing its thing, making sure that it's a nice and moist cake for you. So in the meantime, we're gonna get into this beautiful slice that I made to eat right now. As you can see, the berries are just beautifully layered in there in every single bite, if you will. And we have nice crumbly crumb topping, thick, delicious cake. Let's get into it. Look at that. Wow, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you do in the comments. Let me know if you hate it. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me. I can't wait to see you next time. We're gonna do something else equally fabulous. Stay blessed.